Today we're going to talk about matching mechanical adjustments to approach. So there's a lot of talk in the baseball world today about the swing. And the swing is definitely important, but it means nothing without an approach that matches your skill set and your strengths in the box. On the other end of that, if you have a specific approach when you step in the box, but your movements aren't optimized to accomplish that, you might not have as much success with your approach as you'd expect. So today we're going to look at MVP candidate, Triple Crown chaser, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and the changes that he's made from his 2019 rookie campaign to 2021. So here's Vladdy's weighted on base average from 2019 on the left to 2021 on the right. You'll notice very simply that he's dominating the top of the zone better now. He's clearly made an adjustment somewhere to give himself a better shot against the pitchers of today's game who are riding fastballs up in the zone with really good spin. Now, remember I mentioned that his higher whip percentage is actually like a silver lining. If you look at his data here, I'd argue that instead of him just trying to cover the whole zone and simply put the ball in play, he has a more committed, aggressive approach. And with that might come some swing and misses. But instead of making contact and putting a ball in play weakly, a swing and miss is actually better if he has less than 2 strikes because he's still in the box and has another opportunity to make hard contact, which he's clearly done a lot of this year. Okay, so here's a look at his home run spray chart, and you might have noticed in the previous slide, these visuals are from a couple weeks ago because Vladdy now has 45 home runs on the year. His home run total for this is 39. But you'll notice, like most guys, he still does most of his damage to the pull side, but there's much more balance in his game now, and he's actually driving balls to the opposite field now for extra base hits. I believe the main reason for this aligns with his mechanical adjustments, and we'll take a deeper look into those now. So we're going to dive into Vladdy's position at toe touch. When the front foot gets down, the body is essentially done with the linear move and is transitioning into rotation. So this position in the swing is absolutely critical. Same thing, 2019 he's in gray, 2021 in blue. So first, let's look at the torso. You'll notice in 2019 that he has more negative side bend at foot strike, meaning he's kind of leaning forward towards the pitcher, and his torso is leaning over the plate a little bit more. You can also see his shoulders, the downward forward tilt and the back elbow kind of sticking up. He's basically kind of like rolled or coiled that front shoulder down and in. He's set up to hit the low pitch really well, albeit with probably a potentially steep downhill path, and it's been reported that in previous years Vladdy's attack angle is kind of low. But if he wants to have any chance at hitting the pitch in the top of the zone, he's going to need to make a compensating move to do so from that position. Now you'll notice in 2021, the upper half is much more relaxed. There's not as much counter rotation and the torso is more neutral at foot strike. His hands are at about the same height, but he's in a position to simply just turn to the pitch in the top of the zone. And the numbers show he's done that with plenty of success this year. He's overall just in a much better position to make a clean move to the incoming pitch, especially the pitch up in the top of the zone. We cannot lament the fact that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is in better physical shape this year. It was reported that he was down 43 pounds this offseason. And if you follow Team Guerrero 27, his YouTube channel, you saw that he was putting in a lot of time on the turf with movement and mobility exercises. It's relatively easy to just look at swing changes or mechanical changes, and it's very easy to look and see the jump in numbers. But when you start talking about approach and matching that up with those other elements, that's when you really start putting the puzzle pieces together. And at the end of the day, that's hitting. We don't just want to be swingers, we want to be hitters. Thanks for listening.